Padre?
Eat this.
Stay where you belong. In my memories.
Never be a memory.
Hello guys, welcome back. And to this video, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation VR for PS4. As usual, we're going to go through the games of the library, the hardware, some pros and cons, and what I think about and all the other normal stuff. But first off, we're going to talk about the hardware and stuff, or the stuff you do need. If you do have a PlayStation 5 for the PlayStation VR PS4 version, you will need a adapter for this. Here's a thing if you want to screenshot it. You do need this if you have a PlayStation 5. If you have a PlayStation 4, you do not need this extra adapter. This is for the camera, by the way, and you just plug it in the back of your PlayStation 5, not the front. That's what I did. I plug it into the front and I was having issues. So just a reminder to plug in your camera with this into the back of the PlayStation 5 because it will support it. Usually these will go for like $10 online, so it's nothing too bad or too crazy. I heard very beginning you could get this for free off of the PlayStation website. I don't know if that's active anymore, but just in case, this is $10 online, so it's nothing too bad. I could say for once, this is pretty much a pain to set it up and plug in. There is just so many cables and stuff. Hopefully the PS5 version of the VR thing has less cables and less annoyance to it. The next thing on this part of the hardware is the headset itself. Obviously it comes with the PlayStation Move. That's also on for the PlayStation 3 as well, so you can use this on your PlayStation 3 if you have any like PS3 Move games or whatever. But another issue I have with this is I really don't want to drag this out, but like the foam that's around your head and stuff, like right here and then like back here, I did have issues with it like crumbling apart and just making a mess on your like floor or even sometimes your head when you use it. And I think it's mainly because of its age, even though it's came out in like 2015 or whatever, of just wear and tear over time and how many uses and stuff like that. And just be aware that when you do get one, it will be messy from like the foam and stuff like that. And hopefully, I'm not really too sure on this, but hopefully the PS5 version of the VR fixes this issue. But just be aware of the PS4 VR. It will be messy depending on if it's in really good condition and how many uses it's been in. So that's basically it when it comes into the hardware aspects and other things like that. Do keep in mind, if you do plan on buying this or just skipping to the PS5 VR, it is not backwards compatible. This FYI. If you buy the PS5 VR and thinking you'll play PS4 VR games just like you could with the original games, you cannot do that, which is weird why they chose that. I'm not really much of a tech guy of it, but just so you know, if you want to play PS4 VR, you have to have the PS4 VR headset. Same thing with the PS5 VR. You have to have the PS5 VR headset to play PS5 VR. It is not backwards compatible, which is weird. Like I said, the PS5 is backwards compatible with original PS4 games, just not the VR part of the aspect. Just in case if you try and go ahead and buy the PS5 version thinking you could play the PS4 games off of that. It is not backwards compatible. With that out of the way, let's get with the games. Do keep in mind, I have tried to record like professionally with the VR headset of me playing, and then also with the gameplay as well. But for some reason, my capture card wouldn't like capture it. I think there was like too much going on, anyways, how it's set up and stuff. So I think that's why I couldn't do it. I do know there is I know there is like a PC modding version of it, but that's just a lot of headaches and extra stuff I have to do with it. So here's like the little rundown of the games I tried to record off of from my phone and not like professionally like you would probably see. This game that I'm playing is called Playroom VR, or probably the full version of the game is called Astro's Rescue Mission, which is probably two different games, but it's whatever. It's Astrobot. Everyone loves Astrobot. Basically on this one, it has a lot of different modes and stuff you could try out with the VR, like this Luigi Mansion sort of clone thing that they add, and it's really clever. It plays just like Luigi's Mansion, and you get the same feeling from it, and it seems really fun if you're a big Luigi Mansion fan like myself. This mode is pretty much like a rescue mission, and I like this one because it really does feels like and plays like Astrobot, aka Game of the Year 2024, and it's really enjoyable to see it in a different Pacific, or a different view, I mean, into this, and it's just really fun if you really enjoy the 2024 game of Astrobot. Like I said, this one you just go out and rescue the other bots and stuff like that with some VR features. This game does also have some multiplayer modes, like 4 players versus 1 and stuff like that. This is one of the examples. This kind of reminds me of Mario Party 10 back on the Nintendo Wii U, if you know what that is. And I feel like it would be really fun if you have other people to play with you, not by yourself, like myself. You know? But it is really nice that it tries to show you that, hey, you could try and do multiplayer with VR and stuff like that in a unique Mario Party 10 sort of way. Now, there are some PS4 games like Neptunia V2, don't get mistaken for 7, I think that's the title, V2. But anywho, some games like Neptunia V2 has a bonus VR section. Now that I'm looking at the back of it, it doesn't really show that it's VR, or it has like an extra VR function to it, but it does have like an extra VR mode that you could use for just like an extra bonus into the game, which is not necessary to play, but in some cases like this game where you can like interact with the characters and whatnot, or whatever else it has, it does have a VR feature to it. Just like I said, for some reason on the back of it, it just doesn't say it has a VR feature to it until, you know, you actually play the game or look it up.
It feels like it's a little messier in here today, huh?
This is the mode that in the game that I was talking about. You interact with the characters with only yes or no questions, of course. And thankfully with this game, you do not have to have a VR headset with it. You can still interact with the characters and stuff without the VR, which is probably why it doesn't show it on the back of the game's label. But then again, it's just like an extra bonus feature. If you do have VR, you could use it. And it doesn't really change much of the gameplay aspects, because like I said, the characters talks directly to you, and you can shake your head yes or no with only yes or no questions to it. A few other games do this too, I believe. Like the One Piece cruise, which is like I kind of don't recommend from other views that I saw. But it is very interesting if you just want to interact with your favorite anime or other video game characters like that. Just keep in mind it's not super advanced like chat or VR chat. It's just yes or no questions, but then again, it is pretty cool in VR viewpoint.
Yeah, as long as you're cool.
This is one of those examples what I was talking about. You just move your head up and down or side to side.
I am familiar with that look. You are attempting to picture me in my swimsuit, are you not? Oh, excuse me. I went a little off topic.
This demo that I'm playing is called Super Hot on one of PlayStation's demo disc 3, I believe. I was testing out the motion controls on this. I think one of them, the red one, it has like a dead battery to it, so it's not very active, or it's kind of wonky. So majority of the time you'll see me using my right while playing, and I had a lot of fun with this. I really enjoyed it. Super Hot was one of those games that I've kind of been wanting to try and play out, and I finally got the chance to play it, and it was very fun, and I really like that you have to be very fast and active too. Okay. Like you probably saw right there, I was a little bit slow than I should be. But yeah, you have to like be super fast and know your surroundings too. And I feel like it could be very addictive in a good, fun way, hopefully. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to play some Neptunia in VR. And with that, I'll give the PlayStation 4 VR set a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.